Along with Chris Carter, and a fantastic program we've got for you today, including the debut of a brand new and a devastating tag team combination.
Oh, Terry, you said it all. Master and Blaster, the Chicago Chain Gang. Wait till you see these guys. They're both over 6 feet tall. They're both over 300 pounds. And Terry, they know how to kick, you know what, and take names.
But do they know how to wrestle?
Terry, I'll tell you what, I don't think it matters to these guys if they know how to wrestle or not, because the bottom line is they are just destroying opponents one after another. Wrestling, I don't know, Terry, it looks like their forearms look like big clubs coming down. So I don't know, do they have to know how to wrestle?
No, good point. Let's see what the fans think about it. The Chicago Chain Gang in action now against Dan and Ken Rogers.
Well, Terry and Sam, a new tag team is on the scene in the WWA, and a formidable-looking pair they are, the Chicago Chain Gang. And what's with this Dark Angel?
Well, quite an interesting, to say the least, manager. All decked out in the leather and the chains. Plenty of studs there to go along with it. Master and Blaster, a couple of big, extremely huge men.
Big boys, Jerry.
Yeah, they tag as one takedown, they tag.
Ken and Dan Rogers going at it here with Master and Blaster, the Chicago Chain Gang. And Blaster blasted him in there on Ken Rogers. And hip toss tag is made. This is Dan Rogers coming into the ring to try his luck with Blaster. They lock up. Blaster, just through the sheer force of his weight, pushed him halfway across the ring and back into the ropes. And look at him.
I don't know if we're going to see too much great technique from these two boys from Chicago, Jerry. What do you think?
You're not seeing no technique, but we're seeing how they fight on the south side of Chicago. Like I said, you're looking at a real counterculture tag team. This is the
There's the bear hug, and we could get a submission here. No, sir, he doesn't go for it. I think he could have gotten it. Look at him. He wants the other guy. He threw Dan Rogers all the way across the ring. I'm sure he could have gotten a submission out of that bear hug, Terry.
I think he could, too. These guys are brutal. I don't know what the tie-up in the corner is.
This is Master now. Over the top he goes. Good fireman's carry takedown. And he drops down with an elbow as his partner.
The Master, the Blaster one, is holding his feet, and he's bringing elbows down. Referee Terry DeMora quick to bring it up. No, he's still doing it. He is holding on to the man's feet.
Could get a disqualification of moves like
They're
that.
Right on the border of a disqualification. I've never seen nothing like it. Both these men, well over 6 feet tall, well over 300 pounds.
Ooh.
Not too skilled in wrestling, but wise in the ways of the street.
Uh-oh. Blaster going after Ken Rogers in the corner. It's Dan Rogers, the unfortunate man in the center of the ring, who's had about all that he's going to take. All that he can take. The tag is on. Master is in. The Chicago Chain Gang in action as Dark Angel intimidates from the outside. There's the Dark Angel. Big body slam by Master.
I'm glad it was Crazy Dan and not Crazy Dr. Jerry up in the ring for that slam.
Period.
He landed on his head on that one.
He sure did.
Sam, these got to be two of the biggest and obviously most formidable men that we have ever seen here in the WWA.
There's no question about it, Terry. And as we spoke before, they may not have the technique, but they've got the devastating power to do a lot of damage to these opponents.
There's the tag. This is Blaster entering the ring. Master and Blaster, the Chicago Chain Gang. And Blaster blasts him into the ring corner. Dan Rogers in a bad way, and he's been that way through the...
I don't know if those are regulation boots those boys are wearing.
They sure don't look like it to me.
They look more like they just came off a construction job.
This is Master hurling Dan Rogers over the top. Big back body drop.
Rogers can't take much more of this.
That's for sure. This is Dan Rogers. They could have pinned him a long time ago. They could have pinned him when they had him in that bear hug.
I think they're just using him as an example for the other WWA wrestlers.
Double teaming in the corner. Referee trying to restore some order. The Chicago Chain Gang just ignoring the referee. Just doing what they want. Boy, these guys are going to be a serious challenge for all the gold for the World Tag Team belts. Big elbow. Dropped down by Blaster. I got him, he says, and I think he's had him for a long, long time. Into the corner he goes. He makes the tag. This is Ken Rogers. Doesn't look any too excited about coming into the ring, so Blaster pulls him in the hard way.
He's coming in the hard way. These guys aren't letting up. This is absolutely the most relentless I've ever seen any team. They just don't let up.
Well, this is just a mismatch, and I don't know who would be good opponents for these two guys as big, rough, and tough as they are.
Well, there's a few that could stay in there with them.
Here comes Master. Whew, gee.
The ref should call this. This is getting out of hand.
This is too much.
In for the count. Oh, no, he's choking him.
Choking him right in front of us.
And the referee is around there. He catches him. These guys, both well over 300 pounds. This Master in the ring now has got to tip the scales at what, about 350, I'd say?
At least, Terry.
Look at him, choking him right over the top rope. They make the tag. This is Blaster in the ring. Whip off the ropes. They make the tag
Something's
again.
happening. He's got him a bear hug. But Master's coming in.
Ooh! And he just laid one in. A haymaker
This
in on
looks
him.
like it's it. That's it.
Thankfully.
Wait a minute. They're not letting
done
up.
yet.
They're not letting up. It's over. And they're still pounding on it.
Oh, now this is uncalled for. The manager is right up there, too.
What's going on? Look at it.
The
The
bell
Dark
is
Angel's
sounding again.
smirking. Oh, here comes Cass and Calypso Jim.
They pull the manager off the ring. Calypso Jim is in. Here comes Cass right behind him. And I mentioned before I didn't know who could handle these two. And look at Cass and
We've got
Calypso
Bruiser
Jim taking
Bedlam
them
going
on.
here.
It's total pandemonium.
Oh!
They both. Out
Bodies
they
are flying
go.
everywhere.
Holy Toledo. Over the top comes the
We've got a
Dark
melee
Angel.
here, Terry Sullivan.
This place is coming undone. These men are going
Where's the security guards?
And the Dark Angel is out of the ring. Master and Blaster were definitely taken care of by Calypso Jim
It looks
and
like,
Denny Cass.
Looks like Cass and Calypso.
Well, Terry, I guess it looked pretty grim for the brothers Rogers. You know, though, Terry, I would like to know what right Calypso Jim and Denny Cass had getting in that ring and starting this with the Chicago Chain Gang. I just don't understand it. You know, and another thing, we've got a new manager here in the WWA, the Dark Angel. Now, he comes into the scene. No one treats him with any respect. No one welcomes him. Or, you know, I'm so upset about this. I think I'm going to Gary Warrenchak's office and having him write a personal letter to the Dark Angel of apology for what happened to him on his debut.
Well, as far as what right Calypso and Cass had in coming into the ring, what right did the Chicago Chain Gang have in treating their opponents the way they did? And as far as the Dark Angel, what has he done to earn any kind of respect from anybody so far?
Listen, Sullivan, I'm so tired of hearing people like you cry. If you can't take it,
Nobody's crying.
don't get in the ring. If you can't take the heat, get out of the kitchen. If you can't take it, you don't deserve to be around professional wrestling.
I agree with you 100%. Nobody's crying whatsoever. The Chicago Chain Gang will, though, eventually have to face Cass and Calypso right in the middle of the ring. And we'll return with more in a moment. How about Cowboy Rex Bodie and Bulldog Don Kent? Not just any regular, ordinary, everyday kind of a match, a Texas Bullrope match. Would you like to explain the general rules of the Texas Bullrope match?
Well, number one, there's not too many rules in a
True.
Texas Bullrope match. What you do is you take a 12-foot piece of rope, you put a cowbell in the middle, and you tie it on your wrist and on your opponent's wrist. Now, the first one to get that bell can use it as they wish. And if I'm not mistaken, Cowboy Rex Bodie got his bell rung.
Well, the reason for this particular match, as you saw not too long ago right here on Bruiser Bedlam, Bulldog Don Kent just couldn't seem to stay inside of the ring with Cowboy Rex Bodie, so the Cowboy found a great way to keep the Bulldog into the ring, tied on the other end of that Texas Bullrope.
Strategy, Terry.
Strategy. Right. We'll see what kind of strategy the Bulldog has for the Cowboy as we take him out of ringside.
Well, what a match we've got today, Terry. What a
Absolutely.
match.
Whoa.
No rules, no disqualification. The referee's only job to count the pin when one man is down. The cowbell in the middle of the rope can be used as a weapon.
There it is. These two guys have been feuding around the country. Finally now, it's come to this. Recent match between these two saw Bulldog Don Kent spend more time running out of the ring than staying in it, which is the direct reason for this Texas bull rope match. The rope attached to the wrists of both wrestlers here by referee Terry Demora.
Some called Kent's running strategy, but whatever it was, there'll be no running this match because the bull rope between the two men will keep them both in the ring. And Bodie stares up with a big punch, and he knocks Kent down again.
And the Bulldog reeling into the corner. Bodie firing away. Bodie's on fire here. And the whip into the corner. And Bodie
is going nuts. He's going nuts. He's tearing Kent apart.
Bodie,
big slam, big slam.
Thinking of all the punishment that he's taken, all the cheap shots that Kent has given him. And Kent trying to head out. No way. There's nowhere for him to go.
Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. Rope to rope, wrist to wrist.
And look at Bodie. Just firing away one after another. Trying to build. Nope, Kent's not going to go. He held onto those ropes.
Good experience on Kent's part.
And Kent is down. Again, he's going to try to leave the ring. Nope. Well, the rope has come off of the wrist of Bodie here. That shows you the force that these two are going at it in the ring there. Referee's going to retie the knot here. In the meantime, it's given the Bulldog a chance to recover here. The people in the audience starting the barking.
Bodie's making a mistake. There's no disqualification. That rope wouldn't have stopped Dr. Graham, I guarantee you that. He's got Kent dazed and hurt.
Going for the slam. And Bodie with a leg drop. Right across the chest of Bulldog Don Kent. Putting the boots to him, those big cowboy boots. And Kent feels the leg that time.
Bodie hasn't gone for the bell yet.
No, neither man has so far.
Kent's in a daze. But if I was Bodie, I'd be wrapping Kent across that head with that bell.
Bodie punching away. The Bulldog grabs him into that corner. And Bodie is just going to knock him senseless here. Whoop, a jab to the eye.
Now Kent goes for the bell. Now there's the experience. Whoa! He's going to
hit. You called it. You called it.
Bang! He hits Bodie again. He hits Bodie again. It looks like Bodie's opened up.
He is. Bodie's been injured by Bulldog Don Kent here.
Rosal Kent went right for that bell.
And
Bodie's opened up bad. He's bleeding like a stuck pig. And Kent's showing him no mercy.
That's one thing Bulldog Don Kent will not do either. And now Bodie realizes that he's been injured. And Bodie
knows he's got to do it fast. When you start losing blood, you'll lose endurance.
Bodie, though, still not going for that bell, Jerry. He's content to just punch and punch away on Bulldog Don Kent. Going for that Bulldog. He's trying to set him up. And there he goes. He got the dog and the Bulldog.
This could be it. He's asking the people if he wants another one. He's going to Bulldog Kent again. He took the rope off his wrist. He's dripping blood. He's dripping blood.
Bodie no longer cares about that rope. But Kent's got that bell in his hand. And Bodie's going to try for another Bulldog here.
Kent got him with the bell. He got him again.
And the Bulldog pounding and pounding away with that bell now on Cowboy Rex Bodie. He's in for the count. No, didn't get him.
No.
2 count.
I wish that close-up man could get some shots of this cut on Bodie's head because it's phenomenal.
Bulldog Don Kent just viciously pounding away on Cowboy Rex Bodie. The Bulldog with the rope still attached to his wrist. I think Bodie's forgotten all about that rope now.
Bodie doesn't know where he's at. He's been beaten with that bell.
Oh, he got it. He got him.
It's over.
A surprising victory.
Kent used that bell. That was the secret to that match. Kent got to the bell first, and he used it. No, he's going after Bodie some more. He's going after Bodie some more. Bodie's bleeding. Bodie doesn't know where he's at. Kent is not letting up. Kent is not letting up. Oh,
here comes Bracero.
El Bracero. He's got Kent.
El Bracero has charged the ring, and he takes charge on Bulldog Don Kent.
Bracero drop kick again.
And Kent is out. That's it.
Bodie stays. He's hurt. He's bleeding. He doesn't know what happened. Kent's hand is raised in victory. As Bracero comes to the aid. Let's get the official decision from Terry Sullivan.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner, Bulldog Don Kent. Well, that was certainly one savage match between those two.
Terry, I never saw anything like that in my life. You know, I'm starting to think now that the Texas Bullrope match is one of the most dangerous matches in professional wrestling, and I wonder to myself, would I get involved in something like that?
Good question. Certainly ranks up there with one of the most brutal and, as we said earlier, savage matches ever in pro wrestling. Still to come on Bruiser Bedlam, fans, the great Wojo will appear, along with a match for the World Heavyweight Championship. Gets his chance, Chris Carter against the world champion Scott Rechsteiner. You'll see that very soon.
Can you fight?
Scott Rechsteiner, but the great Wojo faces the Warlord, Tom Hunter, the Warlord.
Terry, I'll tell you, I love to watch the great Wojo perform his craft, because the great Wojo has been a wrestler all his life. And he is a wrestler in the truest form of the word. And without a doubt, has my respect and a respect of everyone in wrestling today just for what he has achieved in his life.
Well, he's got a big man across from him in the ring today, and the Warlord. Let's go to ringside.
Whoa! We're not going to have any ring introduction here at all, gentlemen. Terry Sullivan along with Dr. Jerry Graham, Sam Botek Jr., and Wojo is in, and Wojo obviously ready to go at it. Wojo is in there against the Warlord.
Well, I think this Warlord's got a war on his hands with the great Wojo.
This is interesting behavior from the great Wojo, Dr. Jerry Graham. You know him better than anyone. What's on his mind here?
Well, I don't see anything different. When I brought Wojo into professional wrestling, I told him to take advantage of every opportunity. And apparently he came in swinging, just like he always does. I don't think that I could neutrally call this match, so maybe I better stay quiet because I'm so biased in favor of the great Wojo as my friend as well as my protege.
Well, this Warlord, frankly, I expected a lot more out of him than apparently he's going to be able to give to the great Wojo.
He's a big-sized boy, Terry.
Yeah, virtually just because of his size, I thought, well, Wojo's going to have his work cut out for him here. Wojo on the middle ropes, comes down with a sledgehammer, and a Warlord back on his back in the middle of the ring. Wojo positioning that leg over the bottom rope. I think he's going to give him a little adjustment on that leg. Right into the hamstrings there. Wojo again positioning that leg. Referee ordering him back and out of the ropes, and Wojo just kicks away again.
He knows how to do the damage to the lower extremities.
He does, Sam, and the Warlord's going to find it very difficult to walk now. Beautiful move by the great Wojo, in for the count, but only to one.
Well, the Warlord showing some courage. He kicks out. He's got some fight in him.
Yeah, I got a feeling Wojo's going to take that fight right out of him, Jerry, real soon.
I tend to agree with you.
Look at Wojo.
Just a hold like that, a lot of people who haven't wrestled can't appreciate. You grab a man's jaw and twist it like that, and you're putting pressure on the neck as well as the jaw. And it's not a comfortable position to be in, I can assure you.
Well, if you were scoring this one on points, all the points so far would go to the great Wojo.
Absolutely. He's just working on one limb at a time.
A classic wrestling encounter here with the great Wojo, showing exactly his capabilities.
A lot of people talking about Wojo's running feud with Muhammad Jihad Saad.
That's right.
What a surprising change of events that was, because Wojo doesn't seem to have undergone any moral, philosophical, religious, or change in style.
Not at all.
He just doesn't like Saad, and I think Saad feels exactly the same way about Wojo.
The sledgehammer again off of the middle rope. One of the moves Wojo is famous for. Wojo positioning his man out in the center of the ring, taking him to his feet. Beautiful suplex by Wojo.
It was more of an amateur suplex, but Wojo really had his jaw locked under his hand.
Well, that's the great thing to see about Wojo. Sometimes he'll combine the two amateur and professional styles, and it's really great to watch.
Wojo's just not giving this guy a single break at all.
I think he's going to turn that head around like the Exorcist, Terry.
That's the way it looks. Boy, look at that. Oh, gee. Imagine the pain that poor guy is in. The Warlord. definitely having war declared on him, and Wojo standing on him. Meanwhile, his throat over that middle rope. Wojo just been all over this guy from the opening, or before the what opening bell? There was none. Wojo just charged into the ring, ready to go. And Wojo's giving everyone a beautiful display of exactly how extensive his wrestling capabilities are, because he hasn't really broken the rules.
No, he's just being brutal. Well, it might have been bending the rules when he attacked him before the bell, but since then, he's just been using rough, tough.
Good, hard wrestling. Wojo sitting back on him now with his weight across the lower spine, just bending that spine the way it doesn't want to go.
Those vertebrae have got to be popping, Doctor.
This guy's going to submit, I'll bet you. I don't know how much more he can take. I'm surprised he can even get to his feet. Wojo backs him into the corner now. Wojo evidently with a little lesson to all the other potential opponents that might be viewing this particular program. This is what you face when you get in there against the former champion.
This could be it.
No, sir. He didn't go for it. He could have gotten it, though, I think. Oh, well over 300 pounds.
Unreal.
That's got to be it, unless Wojo wants it to go on. Oh, it's over.
I guess so. He has his hand raised in victory, and who can doubt that?
That's my pride and joy, Terry and Sam, the great Wojo.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of the following match is the great Wojo.
Well, what has gotten into the great Wojo lately? This guy is more brutal than I have ever seen him.
He is definitely a wild man, without a doubt. You know, he's got a lot of intention. I know that the great Wojo, being a former heavyweight champion of the world, wants to regain that. You know, and the great Wojo and myself are good friends. And you know, Woj, nothing personal, but right now Rechsteiner's mine, and that belt is coming to me. And you know, Terry, I'd like to mention another thing about the great Wojo. You know, I'm getting pretty sick and tired of Dr. Jerry Graham coming out and talking about the great Wojo as his pet and everything he's done for the great Wojo. Well, you know, Sullivan, all along it was me in the shadows helping the great Wojo, molding him. If you notice, and Terry, now this is the truth. This is not a lie. You know it. Many times you hear from Dr. Graham, great Wojo needed work on this. So what do? Carter, do this. Carter, go show him that. Carter, show Wojo this. Carter this. Carter that. It was me, Terry, in the shadows. What can I say? I'm kind of tired of Dr. Graham. You notice he hasn't been around. I guess we got that situation rectified.
You certainly have an interesting perspective on life, I must say.
Thank you.
We'll see how well you do, though, if you can back up that mouth of yours, because we will see you against Scott Rechsteiner very shortly here on Scott Rechsteiner. And then not too long ago, you entered the ring when I was interviewing Scott Rechsteiner and threw a powder in his eyes. It was obvious.
Oh, wait a minute, Sullivan. I think you made a mistake there. See, I entered the ring to confront Rechsteiner about signing a contract, and he took a powder on me. Get it? He took a powder on me.
I think your intent was to maim him, to end his career in wrestling.
I will do that. Wrestling, yes, you're correct. You're absolutely correct. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Well, there's, again, just no getting through to you. But we will see. You've made a lot of big claims, a lot of boasting. Now's the time for action. Let's take you to ringside of the Hotel Sofitel for Chris Carter against Scott Rechsteiner.
Here's what we're waiting for. They're off and running.
What a great champion Scott Rechsteiner is, but he will have to be at his best. He's never faced anybody, I don't believe, more downright dangerous than Chris Carter.
He's wrestled better wrestlers than Carter. For instance, the great Wojo.
Yes.
But he's never been in with somebody as dangerous and lethal as Carter, especially since he's now got Muhammad Jihad Saad in his corner.
Scott Rechsteiner did quite a number on Jason several weeks back.
What a great match that was.
And Carter, of course, oh!
Carter down. Pure muscle. No, Carter. No hair pulling, Carter. No hair pulling. Pure muscle. Pure muscle.
They face off in center ring. Boy, what excitement. You can just feel the excitement in the air here at the Hotel Sofitel in Toledo. Good wrestling move by Carter.
Gut wrench takedown. Carter's trying to ride him. Here's where Rechsteiner used his University of Michigan.
Oh! So
Makes
long,
a
Carter.
monkey out of Carter. And it couldn't have happened to a nicer guy.
I think that's the least of the punishment Carter's going to take tonight.
Saad's giving him some sort of instructions. What? I wouldn't have the slightest idea.
And of course, it was right in this very ring some weeks back that Chris Carter tried unsuccessfully to end the career of Scott Rechsteiner. He tossed that some kind of powder into the eyes of Rechsteiner.
I was here with you, Terry, and he almost blinded him. This powder, this fire, all this stuff that Carter and Saad have started. They've got to stop it.
Carter
Goes
over the top.
rope, and he takes a trip to the floor.
Saad runs over, and there you have him. Carter favoring the lower back now.
I'll tell you what I like about this Rechsteiner. He takes his time. He wants revenge. You know he wants to hurt Carter, Terry, but he is meticulously picking his spots, making his moves, playing a waiting game, which is a sign of a seasoned, polished, experienced wrestler.
You can't give too much credit to Scott Rechsteiner. All the battles that he has fought here, but he still proudly wears the World Heavyweight Championship belt. Carter returns to the ring now, moves right in and caught an arm drag.
Carter's up. No. Carter breaks up the action.
Carter frustrated again.
Now Rechsteiner's bearing down on that arm bar. Uh-oh. Carter's grabbing the trunks. He's throwing Rechsteiner in. A big tackle. A big arm drag.
And Rechsteiner victorious in that little onslaught. There he is. With some words from Muhammad Jihad Saad.
Don't pay any attention, Scott. Don't pay any attention. Muhammad Saad trying to throw Scott Rechsteiner's timing off.
Here's Saad.
Your job is to be compensated, not for the big boss, you big boss.
Just ignore him.
The man has the mentality of a 3-minute egg. But now back to the match. Scott Rechsteiner is still bearing down on that arm bar.
Chris Carter's got to be in a lot of pain now. Gets to his feet, though, or to one knee anyway. Now to his feet. A tackle again coming up. And Carter's down again. Over the top goes the champion. Tripped up there, but came right back.
Big slam, big slam.
And Rechsteiner.
Arm drag.
Rechsteiner is feeling good tonight. You can tell he's in the mood for Carter tonight. He's psyched up and ready.
What I like about this is he's wrestling Carter's ears off. All Carter's tricks, all Muhammad Saad's tricks, nothing's doing any good as Rechsteiner's in total command of this match.
Referee down there watching those shoulders of Carter. The shoulders are on the mat. He gets a 1 count. And Rechsteiner again right into that arm. Saad right in front of the camera. Many of the people here in the Sofitel, as you can see, on their feet. They can't contain themselves, and I don't blame them.
Well, you're looking at a classic confrontation. A classic confrontation. Scott Rechsteiner is wrestling one hold to the next, what we call chain wrestling, Terry. He'll slam him, he'll drop kick him, he'll arm drag him, one right after the other.
There you see the view over the shoulder of Muhammad Jihad Saad as Rechsteiner cinches in, locks up with Carter. Carter back into the corner. Referee will call the break, but not before Rechsteiner laid a good solid forearm. There's number 2. And there's one for Saad, too. And one for good measure. And one after another. Carter reverses it, though. Oh, caught him with a clothesline right on the side of the neck.
Rechsteiner's in trouble. I hate to see this. I hate to see this because Carter's at his most dangerous when he has his man dazed and helpless. A karate thrust right to the throat. Rechsteiner's still on his feet. Knee lift. I can't bear to watch this.
Rechsteiner is, Saad on the apron. The chant of traitor going up, aimed, of course, at Carter. Rechsteiner's in a bad way now. Chris Carter, the contender here. The championship is on the line. And he is handling the champion ball at the moment. In for the count. We've got 2. Oh, gee.
Quite a battle taking place now as Scott Rechsteiner defends the belt against Chris Carter. We will return with the conclusion of that match, conclusion of this championship match. Let's take you back in time. Your thoughts here midway through the match?
Well, my thoughts midway through the match are this. How happy I am that Muhammad Jihad Saad is in my corner. How happy I am that he taught me everything that's happening in that match, because as you can see, I'm quite easily out-muscling Rechsteiner. I'm out-wrestling Rechsteiner. I'm showing Rechsteiner what it's all about. I said it before and I said it again. I'm taking Rechsteiner somewhere where he ain't never been before.
Let's get back to the ring now, and we'll check out exactly what happens here. Chris Carter against Scott Rechsteiner.
Rechsteiner sizing his man up, but Carter once again on top of him with an eye gouge. Carter just as in a savage mood here tonight.
Carter came to fight. I hate to admit it. Carter wants that belt, and he's doing everything he can, every bit of his experience in his repertoire to beat Rechsteiner.
The reversal.
Oh! A big elbow. Another one. Rechsteiner comes to life. He's got to do it now.
Off of the ropes. He's got him up. Oh!
I think Carter's feet are in the ropes. Rechsteiner doesn't even miss a step. He's right on Carter.
Off of the ropes again goes Carter. He's got him up in a power slam. Beautiful move. That had to take an awful lot out of Carter. If Rechsteiner can follow up. Oh! The referee right down on top of us. Jesus. And the referee literally in our laps. Jeez, he's down, Jerry. We've got a problem, a serious problem here. We're trying to help referee Terry Demora here. You can see Scott Rechsteiner. He's getting ready to climb those ropes. He's getting ready to climb those ropes. Rechsteiner to the top rope. And here he comes. Rechsteiner is coming. The 1.5.
What's this?
And Saad is in the ring. Saad
He
is
got
in
him
the
with a
ring.
blackjack.
Saad is in the ring. He caught him. Saad with a blackjack. Carter is on top of Rechsteiner. Carter put on top of Rechsteiner by Muhammad Jihad Saad. Saad is here now with the referee. Saad trying to push referee Demora into the ring. No, 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 no. No, no, no. We've lost the belt, but the referee has counted Carter down. Oh, no. No, no, no.
I can't stand this.
This is not right. Jerry Graham, Jerry Graham is climbing up onto the ring apron, ladies and gentlemen, as Saad and Carter congratulate each other. Here comes Jerry Graham up on the ring apron, crutches and all. His leg, of course, still not in good shape at all. Graham is on the ring apron here, trying to get the attention of the referee as Chris Carter wears that belt. The referee has got the blackjack. Jerry Graham told him what happened. That's it. And the referee is ripping that belt. And he's got Scott Rechsteiner's hand raised. Rechsteiner has retained that championship. Rechsteiner has retained that championship. But now, watch out, Jerry Graham. Carter arguing with Graham at ringside. Carter, no! Oh, no! Jerry Graham is hit. He fell right on the leg. He fell on his leg and caught it on the rope. Let's get some help for Jerry Graham. And Carter is stopping on the injured leg. No, no, get him back. Oh, my Lord. Carter just stomped away, knocked him down. Graham fell right on his leg. We've got several wrestlers in here. Several wrestlers in trying to... Well, we've got a bad situation here, ladies and gentlemen. We've got Jerry Graham out on the timekeeper's table. We're going to go into the ring, try to get an interview with Carter.
Now, wait just a minute. What is wrong with you? For heaven's sake, you're not got a broken leg. Hey, man, I just won the heavyweight championship of the world, and because of this crippled geek, they stripped the belt from me.
That's right. You did not win the belt.
The hell I didn't. I'm the uncrowned WWA heavyweight champion.
It was him.
He got what he deserved. If he ever comes around me again, I'll kill him.
You cannot win the belt with the use of a blackjack. You cannot win the belt that way.
I am am the WWA Heavyweight Champion, and I want my belt.
And you consider it to be the mark of a champion to knock down a crippled man?
Let me tell you something, Sullivan. If this cripple is in such bad shape, everybody feels so sorry for Jerry Graham. Well, why did he get up and stick his nose where it does? What do you want, Fatso?
Gary Warrenchak, the vice president of the WWA, I'm sure you saw what happened.
I saw everything. Carter, we've talked about...
Wait a minute.
Carter!
You're playing with fire now, pal.
Not too far, man. You have gone too far. We've talked about this. See that sign? I'm fining you $5,000.
Hey, listen, Fatso. You can fine me all day long. I ain't paying a penny to you or to nobody else.
Ladies and gentlemen, you heard it.
You're not paying the fine. You're paying $5,000.
I'm paying nothing. What are you going to do about it?
Okay, listen up. Then if you're not going to pay that fine, until you do pay that fine, you're not going to wrestle here or anywhere. You won't wrestle anywhere.
It's a conspiracy. It's a collusion. Collusion. I am the WWA champion. I'm not paying no fine. No Fatso's gonna make me do it either.
Ladies and gentlemen, you just heard it. Gary Warrenchak has fined Carter $5,000. And if Chris Carter does not pay that fine, he is suspended. So as of right now, Chris Carter is suspended from wrestling.
I got to tell you, the depths to which you will stoop never cease to amaze me. That's got to be the most low-down stunt that you have ever pulled.
Sullivan, I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, come on.
All I know is that Dr. Jerry Graham, this guy, it seems like everywhere I turn, there he is. I just can't get rid of him. Well, you know, I'll tell you something. Graham, you, I don't care if it's you, your family, anybody that gets in my way, you had better watch out, Graham, because I'll tell you shortly, I'll be coming after you.
Well, the fact is, you started it with Jerry Graham.
Hey,
And
I'll tell
in
you
my
what.
opinion, he will end it with you.
You know something? I would be the champion right now, right today. I'd be the champion of the world if it wasn't for you, Jerry Graham. So I hope you bring your whole family down. I don't care. Because I'll tell you, you're going to pay for what you did. And don't think you won't. And you can take that to the bank.
Later tonight, a presidential visit to the restaurant prompts a security check, which Howard can't seem to pass on It's a Living.
This has been a presentation of Bedlam Productions Incorporated in association with Championship Wrestling Incorporated.